This is not this. This I carry. This is what goes in that bag, and that bag pretty much stays in the truck. But I got it out, and I'm going through some stuff, and I have found some redundancies that are just not necessary. Like these are fire patties, and that's a fire starting kit in there, and it has those little, what are they? Them little tabs. They have a name, hydroxy or hydroxin or some kind of little tabs that you light on fire. And there's 2 lighters in here. And these are fire patties that light on fire. And I've been rethinking what I need, actually. You know, I need stuff for blisters. There's a, medical stuff. And I think that's going to be enough for that. I have 2 life straws, so I don't think I'll need the water purification tablets. So let's get rid of them. And then I'm thinking, years ago when I set this up, we were going further than we are now. The furthest we go is Bossier City, 50, 60 miles from here, or Marshall, Texas, that way, or Bossier City, that way, and Shreveport. So, I just can't see us having a need for water purification tablets or enormous amounts of, I have matches, and I have 2 lighters in here, and I have flashlights. Oh, and that's another thing. I'm glad I went through this because all my batteries were dead. This is batteries. That's AA on top. AAA on top and AA on the bottom. And the only reason I have AA is for this flashlight and that there. And so we're on our way. We're fixing to drop Charlie's motorcycle off at the dealer and get some work done. And then we're going to my doctor. And on the way home, I want to grab a sheet of plywood. And tomorrow we're going to go pick her bike up. Because tomorrow we got to bring Bev to her doctor, so we'll swing by and pick Charlie's bike up. And Thursday, I'm actually going to get some stuff done. But tonight, when I come back, I'm going to go through this. And there is one other thing that I carry in my truck with me that I'm going to put in this bag. And in the gauge of 12, in the ounce of 1. And I've got plenty of that. So that's it. If I do any more, I'll show you tonight when I get home. Okay, it's been a long, long day. Guess what? The 13th, at about 5 in the morning, I go in to get reconnected. It's going to be a long surgery. He asked me when I wanted to do it. I said, he told me he was going to have to clear an entire day because it's going to be a very long surgery. And he described it. And honestly, I don't want to hear any more. I don't want to research it. I don't want to talk about it. It's just what I don't know won't hurt me. So the 13th in the morning I go in, and probably the 13th, the afternoon, the evening, I will be reconnected, and probably within a couple of weeks I'll be enjoying my YouTube time and the like everybody else. I won't say anymore, but I do miss having my quiet little private YouTube time and while taking care of business. That way nobody bothers you, no dogs want out, nobody asking you questions. You get a few minutes to yourself. Anyway, I'm going to repack this. There's, if you're not into prepping, then you probably have no idea or concern. Or you might think I'm loony, and all of that is just fine. I'm okay with that. But I am a prepper. I have food and 1, 2, 3 safes full of goodies. And, other stuff, water. I have a a shop trailer. You've probably seen it. A whole bunch of drinking water down there. I got a whole bunch of drinking water up here. I got food under the bed, and I mean, and if nothing ever happens, you know what? No harm, no foul. No one was hurt. I haven't tried to drag anybody into being a prepper, just like I don't try dragging anybody into being a Christian. I'm a Christian, I'm a prepper, and that's where it ends for me. So, the reason I carry this bag, you know, they have two kinds of bags, from what I understand, a bug out bag and a get home bag. Well, I am never bugging out, not for any reason, ever. So this is where, you know, I stay. So bugging out, I have no need for a bug out bag. But getting home, just a minute, sweetie. I'll pick you up in a minute. Oh, give me a second. Give me just 1 second. Come here. There you go. Okay. Take his rightful place on the throne of Brad. You know, the farthest we go is Bossier City or Marshall. And if, let's say, a coronal mass ejection or an EMP were to incapacitate vehicles, you know, you could probably say, yeah, that'll never happen. Yeah, it'll never happen. Probably. But, you know, I have fire extinguishers, and I hope I never have a fire. I have insurance, and I hope I never need it. I have guns that I hope I never have to shoot. And this is just one more type of insurance. And if you don't get it, you know, that's okay. If you're in another country, and there are people in other countries, I'm going to use England as an example. They've taken guns away from people in England quite a while ago. And they've made it where if people defend themselves or defend their homes or property, they go to jail. Or at the very least, it takes them a lot of time and effort and money to get a lawyer and not go to jail. You're supposed to let people break into your house and take your stuff and potentially hurt your family and retreat to the furthest room in your house, and the onus is on you to not kill an intruder who has broken into your home. So basically, they've made English people pacifists, I think against their will. Nobody wants to be like that and have their hands tied. And on the same hand, they've allowed violent immigrants into their country. So they've taken their guns. They prohibit them from defending themselves. And they have encouraged pacifism and meek, mild young men who, you know, don't want to fight and aren't rough and tough. You know what I mean? Like kids like when we grew up. So now they're saying that if they don't have enough volunteers for their army, they're going to have to draft people. Well, they've got nobody volunteering because they have created a culture of feminine pacifists. And maybe not feminine, but at the very least pacifists. And not able, capable, or willing to hurt or defend their life or hurt another person. And they've created this society by causing trouble for them if they should defend themselves in their homes and so forth. And they have slogans like, save a life, turn in your knife. I'm not kidding. Even kitchen knives are regulated and accounted for. And, you know, it went from guns to knives. So, you know, pretty soon it'll be baseball bats. They don't play baseball bat, but I don't know what a cricket bat looks like. But anyway, I don't know what got me off on that tangent. I'm saying there's a lot of people, probably in other countries, that look what I'm doing here and think I'm crazy. And you know what? I'm okay with you thinking that. You do not live here. You don't know the dangers we face. And when uh, when you need help in a few seconds and you call the police, help is 30, 40 minutes away. So it's up to you to save your own life here in this country. And it's gotten even worse. And in some states, like New York, they've got a catch and release program where if they catch violent criminals committing violence against other people, they're in the front door of the jail and right out the back door with no bail. It just happened. I hate to use this term, immigrants, and they're not immigrants, they're illegals. They're trying to get everybody to use the word immigrant because it sounds so much more polite than somebody who has broken into your country illegally. So they're illegals. They're not immigrants. And I think this country was built on immigration, and I'm 100% for legal immigration, no matter where they come from. But I'm not for people kicking down the door to our country and entering. Anyway, we face a lot more dangers here than in other countries. Maybe not so England, because England is, they have no-go zones where British citizens are not allowed to go because of the number of, I'll say, foreigners who are devoutly religious in their own particular brand of faith. And they commit, assaults against people who don't belong in their little part of the city. Anyway, do you ever think you'd see that? So anyway, 4 illegals beat the crap out of 2 cops up in New York, and they gathered them all up, put them in jail, and minutes later they were out, gone. And they just caught them, though, in Arizona, where they actually do, prosecute crimes. I doubt they'll extradite them to New York because they're Bragg, the guy, the Attorney General there, Alvin Bragg. He's definitely one of them where he doesn't prosecute, just like in California, they're doing the same thing. No prosecution for crimes under $1,000. Or I actually think they've raised it now. But anyway, we face these kind of things here in this country, and it's getting worse and gonna get worse. And it is up to you, the individual here in this country, to protect your own life and save your own life where it's legal. And it's legal in Texas and it's legal in Louisiana, which are the only 2 states I go to. And I have a concealed carry permit, so I can carry my pistol concealed in about, 45 of the 50 states. Or 45 of the 48 continental states. I don't know, but I couldn't cross Canada with my pistol and go to Alaska. But Alaska is a state you can carry a concealed weapon in. And actually, Texas just passed a law where anyone can carry either open or concealed. No license required. That's what's called constitutional carry. Arizona has that, and maybe a couple other states too. Anyway, I'm going to assemble this. This is the only change I'm making. I'm putting 20 extra 12-ounce slugs in there, and I'm going to modify my fire making. I don't need all that fire making stuff. I mean, even in my health, my condition, and Charlie's, she's actually a better walker than me. But I think if we were as far away as 60 miles, that is as far as we would ever go. And most of the time it's about 40 miles. Well, I'll tell you what, from our house to the Harley dealer in Bossier City, it's 27, about 30 miles. So, that area of Bossier City is about as far as we go. So that's right at 30, 35 miles. And if Charlie and I walked about 10 or 12 miles a day, we could be home in 2.5 days, 3 days. And if you walked, all day and all night, you'd be home the next day. So, we got dogs at our home. We got to get home and take care of our dogs. And in the event of an EMP or a CME, it's going to be a few days before I think people go nuts. Nobody's going to know exactly what happened. And, I think we'll be able to walk back through Shreveport if we do it really quickly. And I've got what I have carrying with me, she carries and I carry, besides my big gun. Besides with that fits right there. I have my personal firearm and she has hers, and I think we could get home quick enough. We would actually take 220, and that would bypass the worst of Shreveport. So that's just my thinking out loud. And we've talked about it too, and we both agree. I mean, it may sound crazy to people, but this is just something we have to consider, because we are living in some very perilous times, and times are changing very, very quickly, and you got to be prepared for anything, and that's what being a prepper is, being prepared. So, alrighty, I'm going to get up early in the morning and start building my bench in there, because about 10 o'clock I got to leave and carry Bev over to her appointment at Bossier City, and then drop by the Harley dealer and let Charlie pick up her bike, and then come back. And actually, no, they want to go to Sam's, so tomorrow's a day without doing anything. But I believe I can get that bench put up and built very, very quickly in the morning. So have a good day, y'all.